This dashcam footage from Taiwan is as incredible as it is horrifying. The extraordinary scene from CNN affiliate TVBS shows the TransAsia ATR 72 shortly after takeoff. Then the unthinkable, the plane cartwheeling over an elevated highway, slamming into a barrier and then crushing a passing taxi.
What you just saw was a plane accident, and this happened this month in February, and there has been another plane crash in Asia, and it has been pretty common lately because there have been at least 3 other plane crashes that I researched within the last year, and I don't really think it's safe to fly in Asia. So for instance, on February 4th, 2015, TransAsia Flight 235 crashed into a highway like you just saw only 2 minutes after takeoff. And it also crashed into a taxi, and then it went into a river. It was called the Keelung River, and that was in Taiwan. And the cause of this accident is an engine flameout, but some researchers do believe that maybe the pilot may have turned off the wrong engine, but that is uncertain. And there were 53 passengers on board and 5 crew, and 42 were dead, and only 16 survived. And out of the 16, there was a father who had to search for his toddler right after the accident in the river. And he almost lost his life, but they both survived. In addition to that, within the past year, there have been 3 major airplane accidents in Asia. There was another TransAsia flight, and it was flight 222, and this happened July 3rd, 2014, and 48 out of the 58 people on board lost their lives. And the cause of this was because of bad weather, and the plane ended up crashing into 2 houses, which caused a fire, and it caused more people on land to be injured, and some of them did die. Then there was also AirAsia Flight 8507, which happened a couple months ago on December 28th, 2014, and there were 162 passengers and crew on board, and they all lost their lives. And this was because of a typhoon, and nobody survived, sadly. And the most common one that you might have heard of was the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370, and this happened March 8th, 2014, and this airplane went missing, and nobody knows what happened. There was no trace of that. There was nothing found in the ocean or on land, and it's still missing, and there were 239 lives on this airplane, and they were all taken away. And their families are all left saddened and just mourning with no families. Furthermore, is it really safe to fly in Asia? Though, according to the New York Daily, you are more likely to get struck by lightning 7 times than to be into an airplane accident. But this has become so common in Asia. I mean, it's not happening every single day, but every few months you hear about an airplane crashing. So I would rather get hit by lightning than to fly on an airplane in Asia. And the people who lost their families, they only got less than $500,000 US, and I don't feel like that is enough for each family because you just lost somebody that you loved and you're only getting $400,000. So yeah, there have been 4 plane crashes in the last year in Asia. The TransAsia Flight 235, the TransAsia Flight 222, the AirAsia Flight 8507, and the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. Now, when was the last time you heard of a fatal airplane accident in America? And when was the last time you heard about one in Asia?
Thank you. Questions?
When was the last airline crash in America?
Well, there have been a few, in the past year, it was small airplanes. I didn't really go into that. but the last fatal one, I don't think there has been one. Well, okay, I don't know. I don't want to say 9/11, but the last time you really heard about one that was so big, it was 9/11.
Did Jaxie drive it up?
I think so.
Have they come up with any ideas of why there's so many plane crashing?
You know, they're all like, well, two of these were based on weather, and then one of them was an engine flame out, and the other one, the Malaysian one that's gone missing, they have no idea. They think maybe somebody interfered with the course of the plane or whatever, but it's just random. And there was actually another one. It wasn't really, it was from Ukraine, but it was passing through Asia, and then a missile hit it, and like over 200 people died.
Oh my goodness. So, in your opinion, is it that they're not well trained, or it's just happenstance, or what is it?
I feel like maybe it is. My mom, she thinks it's like a sign, like the world is coming to an end, but yeah, maybe they're not trained properly, because after this recent incident this month, they did like test some pilots to see like what they were doing in that circumstance, and I don't think any of them passed, so they suspended them because maybe it was the pilot's fault.
Okay, thank you. Everybody, let's give her a warm round of applause. So you all know what to do. You're writing comments down, what you enjoyed about the presentation, and then areas for improvement, and you'll tally up the score. So make sure you are keeping count of the notes that you're taking for these particular speeches. Sarah, I'm going to put this on blank for you. And we do have... Ryan, can you come here for a second?
I was wondering, we write a comment here, or we write a
Yeah, what's that? Comments right here. Yeah, I don't even think it's yesterday. I wasn't looking at it. Well, I saw it in the past 4 minutes, and I knew I could go over. And I've been going for 6 minutes. Did I go for 6 minutes? I'm gonna use this to copy it, but don't.
No.
It actually, you know, it's out right now. Why you don't do it?
Summer Creek.
The teacher.
I like the jacket.
Did you learn? No, I didn't. I didn't know people used to say you black.
Football.
Doing what? I did all the play. Wait, where's the phone? Is this mine?
My tennis picture and she'll send my jacket in.
Actually,
I really miss the video.
Go through what? Just normal
Down a lot because it's a lot of dates and numbers. So,
Have a top mountain game. Your phone is top mountain.
How did you
Morning.
Everyone, you should have Sarah's name on the top.